Good morning. So I just received permission from Barefoot Books to read their stories, and this is a really beautiful book called Magic Hoofbeats, and it's Horse Tales from Many Lands. And I'm going to read you the introduction today and the first story, and then I will, in later videos, continue to read the rest of the stories. These are really fantastic stories from all over the world, and these Barefoot books are really beautiful books. They did ask that I make sure and give credit to the author and the illustrator. So these stories are actually old tales, but they've been retold by Josepha Sherman and illustrated by Linda Wingerter. And there are not a lot of illustrations in this story, but the ones that are in there are really beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and share those. So the introduction to this story, here's the title page. The introduction to this story starts out this way. Once upon a time there was a horse. Picture that horse. See him running free, head high, mane flying in the wind, and tail raised like a banner, or playing, dancing, and leaping, hardly seeming to touch the ground. Is it any wonder that people down through the centuries have thought that the horse was a magical being? The sight of the horse has caused some fantastic creatures to spring from the human imagination. Watching horses running so swiftly that they seem to fly, the Greeks added wings to a mythical horse, and Pegasus, the flying horse, was born. Ride a horse and you are taller than the tallest of men. Look too quickly at a rider on a horse and they merge into one being. And so the centaur, with the head and chest of a man and the body of a horse, was born. Glance too quickly at a horse or mistake an antelope for a horse, and you might think the horse was horned. And so the unicorn with its one horn was born. But even without all the fantastic reshapings added by imagination, the horse remains a magical beast. Have you ever counted the number of white horses you see on one day? Or carefully turned a horseshoe in the shape of a U so that the luck wouldn't run out? Some people believe that a horse's tooth will protect them from ill luck, or that a braid made from a gray stallion's hair will rid them of blemishes. No other animal has imprinted itself so thoroughly on the human mind and heart, and no other animal but the horse has gathered so many wonderful folk tales about it. This is a collection of horse folk tales from around the world, starring some very special animals, those that have their own magical powers. Note here that these horses, for all their magic, truly are horses. No folktale in which the horse turns out at the end to be merely an enchanted human being was allowed into this book. Welcome to the wonderful world of the magic horse. And this first tale is from North America. It's called Pintos and the Pawnee People. The first horse, no bigger than a small dog, evolved in North America. But by the time the people came to North America from Asia, somewhere between 10 and 30,000 years ago, there were no horses left in the New World. Where did they go? Many scientists say the horses may have migrated over the Bering Land Bridge, now sunk under the waters of the Bering Strait, into Asia, and that they journeyed from there into the Near East and Europe. Others speculate that they may have died. Oh, hey, my puppies are fighting. Stop it, you two. Others speculate that they may have died of disease, while others believe that the last North American horse may have been hunted into extinction by the first humans to settle in the New World. On one fact, all the scientists agree. When the Spanish came to the New World in the 16th century, looking for new lands to conquer and for goods to ship back to Europe, they brought their horses with them. Some of these horses escaped from their masters and raised their offspring in North America. Until the return of the horse, the Pawnee people, like other nomadic Native American tribes, had been wandering on foot. It was a difficult life since they couldn't cover enough ground to catch up with the grazing herds of buffalo or snare swifter game like the pronghorn antelope. But once the Pawnee had the horse, they could easily ride to fresh grazing lands and hunt enough meat to keep everyone in the tribe fed. Mounted on their swiftest steeds, Pawnee warriors could easily overtake a buffalo herd, and individual riders could dash into the herd, target just the buffalo they needed, and dash safely out again. The meat they hunted in the summer months was cured and dried to provide food for the long, snowy winter season. While the Pawnee didn't try breeding horses for speed or appearance, they did like flashy horses such as Pintos. Pintos are often piebald or skewbald and favored for their ability to blend in, as well as for their speed and agility. The other breed that was popular among Native American tribes was the Appaloosa, a distinctive spotted breed that was most commonly found in the Pacific Northwest. The Pawnee Reservation is now part of Oklahoma, and there are less than 700 people who are part of the living nation. The Pawnee never ceased telling stories about the days of old when their people and their horses were plentiful. The story of Lone Boy is one such tale. So this is the story of Lone Boy. Just that one little illustration there. This little one. Lone Boy and the Old Dun Horse, Pawnee, North American. Once in the long ago days when the Pawnee wandered freely over the plains, there lived an orphan named Lone Boy. He was the poorest in the tribe. He ate only what others did not want and wore only what others threw away. Everyone else in the tribe packed up their fine belongings, herded together their sleek horses, and rode on from one place to another. Lone Boy owned no horses and had to walk wearily after the tribe whenever they moved. As he was walking after the tribe one day, Lone Boy heard a feeble whinny. He hurried down to a small ravine. There he found the saddest, oldest dun horse he had ever seen. Every rib showed on the skinny body, and its mane and tail looked like bits of tangled yarn. "Poor old horse," Lone Boy said. "I'll take care of you." Everyone in the tribe laughed at him for bothering with such a sad-looking animal. But Lone Boy took care of that horse. He fed it the best grass he could find and groomed it well. One day, the tribe's scouts came hurrying back. They had I got a new puppy, by the way. I'll have to show you a picture of him at the end, but he's being very noisy. I'm going to read that paragraph again. One day, the tribe's scouts came hurrying back. They had found a large herd of buffalo, and one of the buffalo was a spotted calf. The hide of the spotted buffalo was powerful medicine indeed. "Whoever brings me the spotted hide will wed my daughter," cried the head chief. Off raced all the hunters on their swift horses, dreaming of the chief's beautiful daughter. Lone Boy went too, mounted on his old dun horse, which ambled wearily along. The other hunters laughed at this and left Lone Boy far behind. When the hunters were out of sight, the old horse stopped. "Don't worry," he said. Lone Boy gasped. "You spoke!" "Don't be afraid of me either. Come cover me with this nice clean mud. That's right, plaster it all over me. Give me the strength of the earth. Now wait till we hear the hunter's call." The call came. The old dun horse shot forward like the wind itself, far ahead of the other hunters. Again and again he dove into the buffalo herd. Again and again Lone Boy used his bow. The spotted calf fell to his arrows, and so did a big fat buffalo cow. "You have enough meat here," the old dun horse said. Lone Boy agreed. He took the hides and the meat before any of the hunters could see him, and the old dun horse carried it all with ease. Lone Boy gave the other poor people of the tribe all the meat they could eat. Then he took the magical spotted hide to the head chief. The head chief's daughter smiled at Lone Boy, but the head chief would not let her wed a boy who owned nothing but one old horse. "She will marry only a true hero," he said. "Never mind," the old horse whispered to Lone Boy. "You will prove yourself a true hero. Take back the spotted buffalo hide and wait." The next day, the tribe was attacked by an enemy war party. Lone Boy rode out with the others to defend his people. "Charge the enemy only 4 times, the dun horse warned. Lone Boy charged the enemy. Each time, the arrows flew till they darkened the sky. But Lone Boy was unhurt. Each time he rode, he counted coup, striking down enemy warriors. This was recognized by the tribe as a deed of courage. He did this once, twice, thrice, 4 times. But the battle was not over. "I rode 4 times without harm," Lone Boy told himself. "I will make just one more charge." He rode into the battle a 5th time, but an arrow struck down the old dun horse. The battle ended. The tribe celebrated their victory. Lone Boy alone could not celebrate. "If only I had obeyed you," he mourned the old horse's body. "You would still be alive." Rain poured down, hiding the horse from Lone Boy's sight. When the storm finally ended, the old horse stirred and then scrambled to his feet. "That was close," he said. If you had not been so kind to me when you first found me, if you had not shared your meat with the poor people of the tribe, you never would have seen me again. But your good deeds were stronger than your disobedience, so here I am." The old horse swished his tail. "It's time for you to get your rightful place in the tribe. Each night for 10 nights you must leave me on this hill. Do not come here until after the sun is up. If you disobey this time, you will lose everything." Each day, Lone Boy waited until the sun was shining before he climbed the hill. Each day he found a new shining horse, bay or gray, black or gold, waiting for him, standing beside the old dun horse. At the end of 10 days, Lone Boy placed the spotted buffalo hide on the old dun horse. He rode to the lodge of the head chief, his herd of shining horses trotting after him. What could the head chief do? Lone Boy had won the spotted buffalo hide and proved himself a hero. With such a fine, shining herd of horses, he was no longer poor. So Lone Boy and the chief's daughter were wed and lived happily together, and the old dun horse remained their treasured friend all their life. And here he is with this beautiful herd of horses. So what I would like for you to do is write me about what do you think the message of that story is. And you might come back and listen to the story again and think about if there are any lessons that you could learn from that, or what message you think the author was trying to tell you about character and about friendship and loyalty. I hope you have a really beautiful day. And tomorrow I'm going to read the next story, which is from North India, and it's called The Majestic Marwari. Have a good day.